August is the cruelest month. A good chunk of my savings disappeared as the stock market convulsed and were down at some points by well over 10%. Why did it happen? The pundits and analysts appeared and said it was because of the Chinese devaluation and possible serious weakness in China. This, in turn, would devastate U.S. exports, supposedly, to China and sink the ship of our prosperity. That was and is nonsense. The U.S. economy's output is roughly $18.4 trillion per year. Total exports to China are very roughly $120 billion per year. That's a lot of hamburgers, but it's roughly only about 0.7% of the U.S. economy. If our exports to China fell by 20%, a large number, that would have only trifling effects on the U.S. economy, very roughly 0.1% of U.S. output. Trivial, even for an economy as big as ours. But at some moments, the U.S. stock markets are off by more than a stupendous $2 trillion. Why?
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Norah O'Donnell in New York. Wall Street has just opened for business and stocks are plunging again.
When the stock markets move 1,000 points in a few minutes, it's not because you and I are selling 1,000 shares of GE from our home computer. It is because immense hedge funds, high-frequency trading funds, endowments, and pension funds sell billions of dollars worth at the push of a button. They do it because they personally and their clients can possibly make immense sums of money on it. Stocks move on markets because the big boys in New York or Hong Kong or London say to their traders, boys and girls, let's move this guy down. Start some rumors about weakness in China and then sell like mad. Then the markets start to go down, everyone else piles on, and the markets keep going down until some other pit boss says, kids, let's move this whale up, buy like crazy, and I'll call the guys at CNBC and tell them we have data about strong new orders for widgets in Shanghai. Then the whole thing goes on in that direction for a while, up. There's a famous quote, in the short term, the market is a voting machine. In the long run, it's a weighing machine. In the long run, the market gives us minnows the chance to swim with the tide and get in on the growth machine that is the U.S. economy. In the short run, it's a terrifying playground for the tough guys to rumble in. And yes, some big guys win and some lose. But it's powerful human beings with an eye on the almighty dollar and a fast trigger finger, not bogus macroeconomic explanations that move markets in a huge way. In the meantime, stay cool. Patience will be profit and fear will be loss.